Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. The GERSHWINS' Porgy and Bess, which won the 2012 Tony Award for Best Musical Revival, is getting ready to hit the road with their national tour. Under the direction of Tony Award winner Diane Paulus, it will open on November 10th at San Francisco's Golden Gate Theater. And I'm here in the rehearsal room to bring you a sneak peek and to meet the company. What do you remember about your first performance on stage as Bess?
You know, it was the day after Christmas, a 2-show day. This is called Trial by Fire.
It always is.
Oh, yes. And you know, I'd had champagne at Christmas dinner, which I wouldn't have had if I thought I was going to have a Broadway debut. But you know, Bess is saucy, so it worked. I got my head together and we proceeded to have an amazing show.
How excited are you to be taking this incredible show and this role on the road?
Excited is not even the word. I'm just over the moon. It's so historic. This work, you know, started in 1935. It premiered on Broadway. I was blessed enough to be in that revival, which hadn't been in Broadway, and this is just like the cake. This takes the cake because I'm also from Washington, D.C., and it's going to the National Theater. And in 1936, it went there, and it desegregated D.C. for the first time because the cast refused to perform for a segregated cast. And now we get to go back and perform in that exact same theater again. So we're just like covering so much history in so many different cities, and it really is like an honor. I'm like humbled, and it's exciting. It's all those things at once.
Did you ever think you would do this on Broadway and then get this role and take it across the country?
I did not. You know, well, I used to do the opera a lot, and I've done Jake in the opera, and the concept of Broadway at that time was so foreign to me that, you know, no, it was never something I never considered. And one thing led to another. Everything happened so fast, and then I was on Broadway, and then this, and like, no, to answer your question, no, I never dreamed of it, but I'm having a great time.
Talk about what attracted you to him, what you love about him, what you don't love about him.
I think the thing about Crown is that he is a person who is misunderstood, but has a toxic relationship with Bess. We all know that couple that should not be together, and they do not feed each other well, and that's Crown and Bess. And my favorite part in the show is when Bess sings "I Loves You, Porgy," because she realizes that she wants to be with Porgy, but can't because of that toxic connection to Crown.
Nobody's getting away with Crown's Bess!
How excited are you to be taking this on the road now?
Oh my gosh, it's like a dream, you know, to be doing this American piece, this iconic piece with this cast, and going to like Texas and California. I mean, we can't wait to take it to the world.
What are you looking forward to the most with taking this show around the country?
Oh gosh, there's so much. I think making new discoveries throughout. I mean, we're going to perform this show 8 times a week, which is tremendous. So making new discoveries and being able to take risks and really just allowing ourselves to really get behind the story and not focus just on the music, but focus on the story, because that's what the most important element is of this show.
What was it like for you today, sort of opening this up for the first time with an audience?
Oh, it was nervous. It made me nervous. Although I didn't do any Mariah stuff, so I felt a little more comfortable. But it made it real. Pretty soon, people are going to be looking at us, you know, so it's exciting.
The folks, plenty, gotta pray all the day. It seems with plenty you sure gotta worry how to keep the devil away, away. Now I ain't a fretting about hell till that time arrives. Never worry long as I'm well. Never want to strive to be good, to be bad. What the hell? As glad as alive. Oh, I got plenty of nothing, and nothing's plenty for me.
Okay, so here we are. How exciting is this to be working on this show in this incredible role?
It's absolutely exciting. The first time I was exposed to Porgy and Bess, I was a little boy. My mom loved Gershwin and always played his music. And when I was in high school, I was in a local production in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Florentine Opera Company. And I was just moved. And I always thought, if I could one day get to ever play Porgy or be a principal in that role in the show, it would be a dream come true. And so my dream is coming true.
So congratulations, you're going on the road. How do you feel?
Again, I'm feeling great. I'm loving this show, loving this cast, excited about taking this show around the country. I think we're going to blow people's minds.
Talk about this role and what it means to you.
Well, you know, oddly enough, this was my first audition in New York City was for Porgy and Bess. This was in the 80s. And it was when it was still opera. I think it was the Houston Grand Opera. And I flew here from St. Louis, and I was all excited. I just sang my song. They asked me to stay for the callback. I had to rearrange my flight and everything because I was scared, and I got to the dance call and I got cut. And that was my first New York experience. It was at 890 Broadway, which tells you how long ago that was.
Was that for the Clymidale one?
I don't know. Yeah, it must have been. Yeah, it must have been.
Now you're doing it.
Now, all these years later, I'm finally doing it. I could not be more excited. I love the show. I love this role. We're just a week and a half in rehearsal, so I'm just really getting into it. We still got to have a lot of work to do, but I'm loving every second of it.
So this was so exciting. Thank you for opening the rehearsal room today. I love these kind of days.
Yes, to share what we're doing. It also bonds the cast because they feel like, all right, we're ready, here we go. Even though we got another week left of rehearsal.
Really special. What are you looking forward to the most with bringing this across the country?
This show, the Gershwins, Porgy and Bess, is an American masterpiece. It belongs to everyone. And the idea that we can take the show across America and bring it to every nook and cranny and every city across the country and say, this is yours. You can now say, I've felt this, I've experienced that. That's why we're on this tour.
With no gal to give it, with no man but 900 years. 900 years. I'm preaching this sermon to show. Ain't this a